So I was thinking how sometimes on the mat we might feel less than confident in some of the postures that we do, balancing postures, maybe twisting. All of these things can also translate to how we feel off the mat. So if you practice building confidence on the mat, if you practice releasing stress on the mat, when you're off the mat, you can also incorporate these little movements and keys to your daily life. So when we're done with yoga, hopefully you're not just rolling up the practice in your mat and leaving it there. You're also taking it and incorporating it with your daily life. So don't mind the distractions. Also, it's something that you have to deal with in daily life too, right? During your practice and in your daily life. So it's one of the reasons why the pups are in here. So we're going to go ahead and start seated and find something that's comfortable for you. Typically, I like to just come with the legs crossed, but if you like to have the soles of the feet together to start, or if you want to have the legs out straight, then you can go ahead and do that too. But then once you find that position that you want to come into, I want you to rock the sit bones from side to side and ground the booty right into the floor. And when you do that, pull the navel towards the spine and feel the sternum lift up. Don't jet the ribs out, but just feel it lift up towards the chin, but push the ribs into the back of the body. And then as you lift the heart up, you'll tuck the chin so that the back of the neck is long and lift the crown of the head up to the ceiling. As you pull the shoulder blades together, you're still not jetting the heart out, but feel the heart lifting towards the chin as you close the eyes. And as you seal the lips, start to bring all of your awareness to your breath, breathing deeply in through your nose. Make sure you're not rushing your breath. Take the entire inhale to fill your body with fresh new oxygen. And take the entire exhale to release all of that old carbon dioxide that's been trapped in the body, pulling the navel towards the spine to push that old air out. And then continue to find that rhythmic pace to your breath, inhaling deeply and fully, but not too much to where you feel like you're stretching. And then exhale everything out. And you'll notice a slight pause at the top of the inhale and the bottom of the exhale. So take 2 more breaths, deeply inhaling and fully exhaling. 1 more cycle on your own. And with the eyes closed, hands come to the heart. Lift the heart to touch the thumbs. Use this opportunity to create your day. So envision how you want your day to go, your attitude, your emotions, maybe even how you feel within, and maybe the look on your face. Maybe there's a smile on your face. As you envision your day, take a big, deep breath in. Hold the breath so you feel your intention. And then as you exhale, release all of that old air, any unwanted energy. And then we'll blink the eyes open. Try and keep a smile on your face throughout your practice, but keep your awareness on your breath, breathing deeply in and out of the nose. We'll release the hands to the shins. Inhale to lift up and out of the heart. And then as you exhale, twist towards the left knee, bringing the right hand to the top of the thigh. If the legs are out straight, you can still do this. You're still twisting and bringing the right hand to the top of the thigh. The left hand will be behind you, just so we lift through the heart. So wherever you are, lift through the sternum, close the eyes, drop the right shoulder so it doesn't start to creep up towards the ear. And then as you exhale, start to twist, gazing towards the left shoulder. So you don't want to push the twist, but you do want to feel the body wringing out the spine. With every exhale, you can start to pull the navel towards the spine to deepen your twist. We'll take 1 more full breath. And then use your inhale to come back to center. Pause here for the exhale. Close the eyes, take another big inhale to lift through the center. And then as you exhale, twist now towards the right knee. Left hand comes on top of the right thigh. Use the right hand behind the chest or behind the body to lift through the chest. Inhale to lift the spine. The exhale is going to bring the navel towards the spine so you can gaze towards the right shoulder. And again, you're not pulling on this, but you just want the body to naturally twist so it can realign the spine and detoxify the body. Take one more full breath. And then you'll use your inhale to gently unwind, come back to center. Go ahead and cross over the ankles and come into table pose. If table pose isn't going to work for you because of the knees or the wrists, then go ahead and stay in seated. And then I'll come right back to you, but I want to start with table pose. So as you come into table pose, by the way, Bruno, as you come into table pose, feel the knees right underneath the hips, and then ground the wrists right underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide, and then when you do that, I want you to corkscrew the wrists in so that the weight comes in between the pointer fingers and thumbs. Pull the navel to the spine and reach the crown of the head forward. Now, as you do this, I still want you to root the palms into the floor and almost spread the shoulder blades like you're doing cat-cow. And then push the tailbone back, reach the crown of the head forward. On your inhale, you're going to drop the heart through the shoulders and gaze up. Push the tailbone back for cow pose. And then when you exhale, you're still pressing the earth away, but you're going to round the back and bring the chin towards the chest. Navel comes towards the back of the spine. Inhale to reach the heart forward, tailbone back. And use the exhale to round the back. Belly button lifts up towards the spine and you bring your chin towards the chest. Continue to move, inhaling forward, exhaling to round. And then if you're still seated, you can have the legs out in front of you or crossed. You can still do cat-cow here. Hands can be along the side of you or they can be on the knees. You'll be on your inhale, you'll still reach the heart forward and gaze up. And then when you exhale, you'll round the back, bring the chin towards the chest and spread the shoulder blades. Inhale to reach the heart forward wherever you are, either in table or seated. Exhale to round the back, spread the shoulder blades. All together one more time. Inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone roots into the floor. Exhale to round. So we'll go ahead and pause here. I want everyone to cross over the ankles, and then we're going to tuck the toes and press into our downward facing dog. You're still rooting the palms down. I want you to walk the feet to where you feel comfortable and then feel the heels pressing down towards the floor. They don't have to touch, but feel that stretch in the back of the hamstrings and the calves. And then as you press the floor down and forward, feel the heart come closer towards the chest, or the heart, come closer towards the front of the thighs. Soften the shoulder blades towards the sit bones. And that pull of the belly button towards the spine, see if you can find that here as well. Feel like you're stretching the floor down and forward. And take one more breath. Maybe give your head a few shakes, yes, a few shakes, no. Get into the back of the head, back of the neck. Take one more breath wherever you want to be. And then let's find stillness. Press the floor down and forward. Soften the shoulders. Find stillness in this final breath. Next, inhale is going to lift the right leg up. Keep the hips square. Look forward. Make sure the weight is still even in both hands. I want you to plant the foot or help the foot towards the between the palms. So it doesn't have to go right between the palms evenly, but I want it to be somewhere in between. Then you can walk it forward. Stay on the back toe crease of that back leg. Keep the leg nice and firm. And then you can use this right knee to come up into a lunge pose. Maybe keep the heart facing forward, but keep the hand on the knee first. And then as you sink into the right knee, feel the right hip pull back. and the left hip push forward. Ground the right ball of the foot into the floor. Lift the belly button up towards the heart, and then maybe you lift the arms right alongside the ears. If the left leg is a little bit tight today, then maybe bend the left knee. Wherever you are, make sure you find your breath. Find that smile you started with. Take 2 more cycles here. See if you can sink a little bit lower for this last breath, but lift the fingertips high. Soften the shoulders down the back. And then this time we're going to lift through the fingertips. Stay in this lunge position. Open the arms out to a T. Take a big inhale to lift through the spine. As you exhale, I want you to twist to face the right knee. Keep the arms out to a T. Inhale to come back to center. We're going to do that 2 more times. As you exhale, twist, navel comes to the spine towards the right knee. 1 more time. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist towards the right knee. Pause here. Flip the left palm. Right hand comes down to the back of the thigh, or you can bend it to where it rests on the back of the low back. And then flip the left palm. Reverse your warrior, gaze up into the palm. Keep pressing into the ball of the right foot. Take 1 more breath in. And then as you exhale, you're going to windmill the hands down. Press into the palms. Step back into downward facing dog. You can go through any movements that feel good. Maybe bend the knees, walk out your dog. If you want to drop into a child's pose for a breath or 2, you can go ahead and do that with the toes touching and the knees wide. And then wherever you choose to be, take a few breaths here. Find your center and find your balance. Remember the intention that you started with. Take 1 more cycle. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Keep the hips square, look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. So you can walk it forward. You don't have to have too wide of a stance. You can always shorten the stance as well. Keep the left leg firm and the back toes on the mat, but the heel lifted. Ground the ball of the left foot into the floor. Reach the heart forward. And then you can use your left knee to come up to start. Find your balance. Drop the sit bones down. Reach the heart forward. Keep the right leg firm, lifting through the back of the hamstring. Sink a little bit lower into the left knee. Lift through the heart, and maybe now lift the arms alongside the ears. Rotate the pinkies towards one another. Drop the shoulder blades down the back. Make sure you're still breathing. Take 1 more cycle of breath here to settle into the pose. And then inhale to lengthen the fingertips up. As you exhale, open the arms out to a T. Pause here. Inhale to lengthen the fingertips away from one another. And then this time, as you exhale, twist towards the left knee. Find your balance. Inhale, come back to center. 2 more times. Exhale, navel to spine, twist towards the knee. Inhale, come back to center. Last time, as you exhale, twist towards the left knee. Pause here. Left hand comes down towards the right hamstring. Reverse the right palm and reverse your warrior. Keep pressing into the ball of the left foot. Don't worry if you lose your balance, just come into the pose. Take 1 more breath in, and then as you exhale, we'll windmill the hands down, press the palms into the floor, step back into downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones nice and high. Feel the hamstrings press for the back wall. Press the floor forward away from you and feel the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. Maybe even shorten your stance if you would like. And then pause here for your breath. Take a big, deep breath in. And then deep breath out to release the heels. Keep pressing the floor forward. Maybe give your head a few shakes. No. Really looking towards each armpit so you can get a shake in the back of the neck. Take 2 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, right leg lifts back to the ceiling. Look forward, plant the foot between the palms. Come up onto the fingertips and reach the heart forward. This time I want you to shorten and widen the stance for warrior one. So it's going to be about a foot that you'll step up and out. So step the foot up and out and then rotate the heel down. The left toe should still be pointing towards the top of a mat if you were on one. And then you'll press into the ball of the right foot. Pull that right hip back and rotate the inner left thigh towards the back of the room. Put a bend in the front knee. You can use the right knee to come up. And we're going to come into our warrior one. Arms come right alongside the ears. You can sink into that front knee. Seal the outer edge of the foot to the floor. And then everything would be pointing forward. So your hips and shoulders are all pointing in the same direction as that right knee. Don't jet the ribs out. Soften the shoulders down the back. Take a couple of breaths here to find your pose. Maybe even start to widen the pose if you have that flexibility and if it feels good in the legs. Take 1 more breath. And then bring the hands down to the heart. Begin to parallel the feet. And then you can widen the stance just a little bit. Inhale to lift up and out of the heart. And then when you exhale, I just want you to hinge halfway. Still push through the outer edges of the feet. Tuck the chin. And then feel like you're lifting through the back of the heart and the back of the head. Still reach through the crown of the head forward. Roll the weight into the toes. Navel's coming to the spine. Take 1 more breath in, and then when you exhale, release all the way down. Hands are going to come right underneath the shoulders. You might not come very far. Maybe you just are putting your hands on the knees, but see if you can let the weight go out of the neck and the head. If you have pillows, you can bring the pillows underneath the hands just to bring the floor a little bit closer to the hands. And then tuck the chin. Roll the weight into the toes. Lift the sit bones higher towards the ceiling. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. And then I want you to come up with that flat back. Bring the right hand right underneath the face. Ground the right palm into the floor. Inhale here. As you exhale, spiral the left hand up to the ceiling. Lift through the left fingertips. Navel's coming to the spine so you can twist a little bit deeper, but still press through the outer edges of the feet. If that right hand doesn't touch the floor, then you can place a block or a pillow underneath the right hand. Left fingertips lift up a little bit higher so you open up through the left shoulder. 1 more full cycle of breath. Use your inhale to unwind. Left hand comes underneath the face. As you exhale, spiral the right hand up to the ceiling. Press the left palm into the floor. Use the right fingertips to open up through the right side of the body. Navel comes to the spine to twist a little bit deeper. Take 1 more full breath. Use your inhale to unwind. Bring the right hand down. Walk towards the front of the mat if you are on one, towards that right foot, coming to the ball of the left foot. Ground the palms into the floor. Step back into your push-up position or plank pose. So the shoulders are right over the wrist. Reach the heels back. Navel comes to the spine. So this is a full body pose. Bring the navel to the spine. Press the floor away for one more breath in. And then use your exhale to lift your hips back into downward facing dog. 2 more breaths. Press the heels down. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. This time lift the left leg up. Keep the hips square. Look forward. Help the foot between the palms. Make sure that the ankle is right underneath the left knee, and then we'll step the right foot up and out that foot or so. And as you do that, you want to spiral the right heel down, sink into the left knee. And then when you're ready, you're going to come up finding your warrior one. Maybe you pause here. Make sure that the heart and the shoulders are all pointing forward. Maybe you add the arms right alongside the ears. Keep sealing the outer edge of the back foot, the right foot to the floor. And as you do that, you'll spin the inner right thigh to the back of the room. Sink into the left knee. Take 1 more breath here to sink a little bit deeper, lifting the fingertips up nice and high. And then bring the hands to the hips, straighten through that left leg. You're going to rotate now to where the feet are parallel to the sides of a mat. So I'm going to face you. Inhale to lift up and out of the heart. When you exhale with that flat back, you're going to hinge all the way forward. This time, right away, parallel the feet. Push through the outer edges of both feet. Bring the right hand to the center of the face. Take a big inhale here, press into the floor, and then exhale to rotate. Use those left fingertips to get a little bit lighter in the right palm, but I still want you to ground the right palm into the earth. Rotate the weight into the toes. 1 more full cycle of breath here. Inhale to unwind. Left hand comes underneath the face. Exhale to spiral the right hand up. Use the right fingertips to get a little bit lighter in the left palm. Roll the weight into the toes. Take 1 more full breath. Inhale to unwind. Right hand comes down. And then you're going to walk so that your left foot is forward and you're at the top of the mat. Ground the palms into the floor. Step the left foot back so you're back into your plank pose. Press the palms into the floor. Feel that spread of the shoulder blades and the navel coming towards the spine. Heels reach back, crown of the head reaches forward. 1 more breath in. And then lift the hips with your exhale. Pause here. You can always come into a child's pose. You can come to seated to rest. Wherever you choose to be, we'll take 3 deep breaths. Take 1 more full big breath in and a full breath out. If you're not in downward dog, go ahead and transition back into downward facing dog. And on the next inhale, raise the right leg up to the ceiling. Look forward and plant the foot between the palms. So I want you to stay here. Ground the right palm into the floor. Reach the heart forward. So there's going to be 2 options that you can do. If you use props, then you can bring your pillows or your blocks underneath the hands. We're going to come into warrior 3, balancing on the right leg. So when you do that, I first sometimes will like to pop up to find my balance and then begin to hinge forward. You can have the hands at the heart, you can reach the left foot back. Hands can be at the hips as well. The other way is to come into a standing position with the left knee bent, finding your balance first, and then maybe you start to hinge forward. You can use a wall in front of you to help balance. And as you do that, you want to reach the left heel back, make sure that the foot is flexed, and feel like you're rotating the inner left thigh up to the ceiling. Press into the ball of the right foot. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Very gently bring the foot and the hand down. Come into that lunge position, and we'll switch sides. Come back into downward facing dog to transition. Press into the palms, lift the sit bones. Take a full breath here. On the next inhale, left leg lifts. Look forward, plant the foot between the palms. And then you know where you're going to go, so imagine yourself going there first. When you're ready, find your warrior three, balance on the left foot, extend the crown of the head forward, extend the right heel back, flex through the right foot, tuck the chin. Don't forget to breathe. Keep the core engaged here. That'll help you with your balance. Take one more full breath wherever you are. And then bring the hands down and bring that right foot down. Ground into the palms. Step back, find downward facing dog. Take a full cycle of breath once you get there. And then either come to seated or come onto the shins. Close the eyes, stack the spine. Bring the hands to the tops of the thighs. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. And then just take a breath here. Notice all of that energy firing through the body, maybe waking up the muscles, a little bit more blood flow through each of the muscles. Maybe even notice the breath, a little bit more oxygen coming into the body. And even with this little bit of movement for only 30 minutes, maybe even notice your demeanor, your internal dialogue. Were you able to change how you were feeling before and maybe shift your focus? Take one more full breath, calming the mind and calming the body. And then bring the hands together in front of the heart. Thumbs connect to the chest. And ground the sit bones wherever you are, either on the heels or on the floor. And lift the crown of the head up towards the sky. And with the eyes closed and the lips sealed, take this last breath to find and breathe back into your intention. So imagining how you want your day to be, imagining how you are feeling, the look upon your face, and your words. Take one more breath, breathe deeply into your intention for the day. And then we'll release the hands down to the palm, down to the thighs, blink the eyes open. Namaste. So really everything that we do practicing on the mat can help us off the mat, like I was saying at the beginning. Our breath when we get frustrated or stressed out, we can come back to that breath that we've begun establishing on the mat. And our intentions, remember, you're setting the intention for the day. So if you notice yourself veering off of that intention, then use your breath to come back to how you want your day to be. You have the choice to choose how you respond to others' actions. So we all have the choice how we respond, and we have the choice on how we set the tone for our own day. So I hope that you had a really great practice. I hope that you feel a little bit stronger and more confident on the mat. I hope that you don't just roll that up into the mat and leave it there until Friday, but I hope you take that into your day today. Have a really great day. Thanks so much for your time and support.